As of today, you can see that the Israeli Jewish public is split almost in half between the 50.7% who think that Israel is totally isolated. Very small portion, by the way, think that it is totally isolated. Only 3% feel that this is the situation. And then we'll have together 53%, which is a majority, but not a very, very big majority. Whereas the bluish colors, it is 45% almost, think that it is somewhat isolated and totally, somewhat unisolated or totally unisolated. So this means that the public at large is split in the sense that there is, again, no sense of urgency. Where we're having 85% who thought that Israel is totally isolated, of course the pressures put on the decision makers would have been different. Those who think that Israel is doing pretty okay on the international arena do not have any real incentive in order to change things. And I'll talk more about it immediately. Now, how would you evaluate the functioning of Israeli government in the realm of foreign relations? Then, as you can see, the majority, and this is a real majority, it is over 60%, think that Israel's government does not operate very skillfully on the international, arena. And there is a minority, about 1/3, who think that they are doing okay. Under different circumstances, and circumstances will be shortly discussed, this could have been a very bad signal for the government. I mean, actually, the public is failing it in the test of functioning in the international arena. The proportions are even worse, and I do not have it here with me as a graph, when the question refers directly to the foreign minister, to Avigdor Lieberman. More think that he inflicts more damage on Israel than contribute to its situation in the global arena. So was I just looking at this number, I would have been quite surprised for not having any protest in the streets. If the government is doing so badly, why are people not doing anything in order to change the conduct of the government? And if this is the source of trouble, in order to change Israel's image in the world. So here is the answer. We asked, it makes no difference what Israel does, the world will be highly critical of it anyway. Now, the first column refers to the last April findings regarding this question. And the second column, which I put only this morning when I got the data, refers to Sunday and Monday of this week. And as you can see, the proportion of those who do not see any correlation between what Israel does and its image in the international arena had sharply increased. Somewhere around 70% of those who support negotiations with the Palestinian National Authority. Now, is this a reason for optimism? On the face of it, yes, but there is a big but here as well. And again, I will not bother you with the exact data, but the level of belief in the feasibility or in the productiveness of these negotiations fluctuate between 25% to 30% all over. In other words, people are supportive of negotiations, but they do not believe that something good would ever come out of it. And of course, even if we, even on the personal level, if we want something very much, however, we assume that realistically we will not have anything good out of it, or will not have it in the first place, we will act upon our what we think is our realistic assessment of the outcome, and not we do not formulate our behavior based on our wishful thinking. And this is, of course, I mean, the constant gap of over 40% throughout the years between support and belief is critical in order to understand why it is so difficult to mobilize the pro-peace camp in Israel. Because if we have only 30% in good days of those who believe in the chances that the negotiations would bear fruit, those who do not believe are also many of the supporters. It means that people support and do not believe, and therefore they are very difficult to be mobilized into action.